Have you ever seen the how much do you pay for rent videos? They're like, shut up, what? And they're freaking out. Renzo, or like you pull up your phone like $3,000 invoice. I'm like, that's insane, you know?
What would you say were like the biggest turning points or like the biggest things that you've learned from either myself or Renzo or both?
Nothing.
Shut the fuck up, bro. Just oh, we'd be canceled fast as fuck, bro. We'd be thrown in jail. I love you, bro. What is up, everybody? Welcome back to episode 3 of the Founders Club podcast. Today we have a very special episode with a very special guest at Dean Chicago Living, who's actually one of our best friends of 3 years now. And it's pretty crazy. When Renzo and I first met Dean, he had less than 1,000 followers on social media, I think a couple hundred. He was still trying to find his way. He wasn't really sure what direction he wanted to take his life. Extremely ambitious, just was still trying to figure everything out. And fast forward to today, he's got a couple 100,000 followers on social media. He averages 1 million views plus every single month. He makes tens of thousands of dollars through TikTok, Instagram, and through his own real estate brand. And he's absolutely crushing it. He actually just bought a new car. Shout out, Dean. Leveled it up. It's about time he got rid of the dust bucket. But that's what happens when you're surrounded by good people and have a good circle. So we're going to dive all into that today. Kind of his story of how he got started, how surrounding himself with like-minded people helped him level up, and how it's kind of changed his life and paved his entire future. So before even getting started with all that, a lot of people always ask how the hell did you guys even meet? So it's actually a pretty funny story. When we first moved to Chicago, Renzo and I got a bunch of DMs, and I never really responded to any of them, just because I didn't know who was genuine, who was serious, and who wanted or had the best intentions. But early on, when we first moved here, Renzo hit me up and he was like, yo, I'm really looking for some Filipino friends.
Just to put it some perspective, when we moved here, we were friends with, I love all my races, don't get me wrong. We were friends with a lot of whites, blacks, Indians, but just no Asians for some reason. And I'm from Virginia, so there's hella Asians out there, but in Chicago, didn't find any. So when Ibby was like, yo, this Filipino guy reached out to me on Instagram. And I'm like, okay, all right, let's check out his profile. And then I saw his tagged photos. And I was single at the time. Allison, I love you. But at the time, Dean had hella Asian girls in his tagged photos. So I'm like, bet, let's be friends with this guy. See if he could hook me up with some people. And he just turned out to be super dope. And yeah, just honestly one of our best friends now.
Yeah, so why don't you talk a little bit about the intention behind that DM, because a lot of people want to reach out to people, and our story's super crazy because I get a bunch of DMs from people, so does Renzo, hey, I want to network, I want to be friends, I want to take you out to dinner, and we kind of just see right through it. But for some reason, bro, obviously everything kind of fell into place because Renzo was trying to find a shorty and you were surrounded by Asian baddies, so it kind of worked out that way. But now we're best friends. I consider you one of my closest friends in Chicago. Actually, forget that, bro. Just closest friends in general. And it all developed from a DM. So what was your idea behind sending that first message, and what was your perspective on the whole situation?
It's already been 3 years.
Yeah, 3 years, man. Time flies.
Crazy.
Time flies.
I guess the idea behind the DM, not even an idea, but I love all my Asian friends, all my friends from UIC and stuff like that. They're great, but they're not, I guess entrepreneur minded. Mm-hmm. They just they're cool with doing their 9 to 5 and then working until the weekends and partying and stuff like that, which is cool. I enjoyed that part, but I really did want to just surround myself with more entrepreneurs and people that were more like-minded. I was very into self-improvement, working out and positive daily habits and stuff like that. And yeah, I just I saw one of your motivational videos on TikTok when you were popping off back in the day. Yeah. It was a video at the pool at your building, and I was like, oh, I'll just reach out to him, just let him know that that's one of the buildings that I work with. He's down to link up. That'd be cool. And so pretty much what happened was I sent you some cheesy ass DM.
Yeah,
it was so
stuff. I want to be around.
I
don't think I responded to the first message.
No, you didn't. I don't think you did. I think it took a couple days or a week or something.
The follow-up game goes crazy.
Yeah.
How many follow-ups did you do before he responded?
I don't think I followed up at all. No, I followed up one time.
Nah, you
and
did
that was
follow
because
for sure.
what actually got us to hang out was wasn't it like New Year's or something like that? There was a party.
So you were friends with Oscar.
I was friends with Oscar, yeah. My managing broker at the time, his cousin was living at the same building. And I came over to like chill with them. And so then I just like messaged Ibby. I was like, yo, like I'm hanging out with Abe and Oscar. Like if you want to like link up down in the lobby or whatever, like, I'll be here for like an hour or two if you want to just hang out for a little bit. And then, at the same time, Renzo, like we went down and then Renzo was coming back from Virginia. We went to that one guy's like little studio or whatever and just chopped it up for a little bit. And then I think we got Gibson's after that. And then like literally just the rest is history.
Started working out after and
started working out.
Now we
working out at 5:30 in the morning. Me and Renzo used to work
times
out at 5:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
Don't do that anymore. It wakes up like 2 in the afternoon.
Yeah, 2 p.m. But you know what's crazy? Okay, so he said that we met like right when I came back from Virginia from the holidays. And I was telling my dad on the drive back to the airport, I was like, yo, my goal this year is to make some Asian friends. I swear to God, I'm gonna make some. And then what do you know? Literally when I was like going back to my apartment building, had fresh off my luggage, Dean was right there in the fucking entrance. I'm like, who's this kid?
Like a god.
And he's like, this is my boy, Dean.
A god sent from heaven.
I'm like, say less.
My boy Dean.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, so obviously like back then, no personal brand, still trying to figure out your way, and didn't really have like a strong sense of direction. Like you kind of knew what you wanted to do, you just didn't know like how to get there, the path you wanted to take. Yeah. What was your life like back then? Like prior to like meeting us, becoming like boys, hanging out with us every single day.
Yeah.
Like how was it? Because obviously we didn't know you back then. The people watching kind of like want to know where you started.
So at that time when I met you guys, I think I had just broken up with my long-term girlfriend. So that was when I was kind of just like, I was almost like lost. I was still trying to, get locked in with like real estate and stuff like that. I was doing okay. I would have some like high months, some low months. And then, after that breakup, I was just like, you know what, fuck this. Like I'm going to lock back in. She's going to make her regret her decision, like leave me or whatever. Honestly, I needed that breakup anyway to kind of like kick my ass into gear. But was going through that. I was going through a pretty lonely period at the time because my roommate had just gotten into a relationship. So like he was always gone. And so like I really wasn't hanging out with everybody because all of my other like friends that I would hang out with consistently moved out to the suburbs because, graduation and stuff like that. I didn't really know what I was doing with like real estate and stuff like that because a big part of like what I do is like social media and like marketing through like Instagram, TikTok and stuff like that. And I was posting on there. I couldn't really get anything to work consistently. I knew that it was like the key to make everything successful and, have a more efficient like lead generation system and stuff like that. But I could never figure it out. So I was just relying on like referrals and stuff at the time. So was barely scraping by. And then, once I met you guys, that's when I like learned a lot more about like social media and stuff like that. I was getting the hang of it. Yeah, you guys because you guys had like personal brands and stuff like that, it pushed me to like, oh, like if I'm gonna be hanging out with you guys, like I feel like I should have one. Not that I was like, you guys ever pressured me into doing it, but I looked at myself, I was just like, my friends all have one now, like I should probably, build up my own thing. And yeah, you guys like helped me a lot, give me like a lot of tips and stuff like that. So yeah, and honestly it was crazy because probably like 3 months after, like we made that first apartment tour with Renzo, it immediately got like 50,000 views like overnight. Yeah. And then I was like, holy shit, like I'm gonna build a pretty sweet little personal brand with like leasing and stuff like that in Chicago. And so yeah, that's pretty much like the long story short, I guess.
Definitely. Now fast forward 3 years, how many followers do you have on social media?
On TikTok I have like 240K, and then on Instagram it's like 140.
Put this in perspective, he had
crazy.
800 to 900-ish followers when we first met him on Instagram. So pretty crazy growth.
He's got a couple 100,000. You average what? A couple million views every single month.
Couple $2 million.
Yeah. Couple tens of thousands of dollars.
Not the pocket watch or anything, but how much are you making off of like TikTok, Creator Fund, and brand deals and all that?
Yeah, so with like brand deals and stuff like that, like 2 to 3K a month, nothing crazy, because I don't get a whole lot of brand deals, but with the Creator Fund, it's nice. It's like a smooth like $5,000 a month,
yeah,
and it's crazy because it's just like
that's not even like your main business.
Yeah, so
that's
I literally
I
primarily like post on TikTok.
Yeah.
To do marketing for leasing, so like it's like I have to post it no matter what. It just so happens that I like get a kickback on like views and stuff like that, which is pretty cool. And then yeah, so like in them with leasing, it kind of like ranges from like 10 to 15 depending on the month and stuff.
Definitely.
Homie's rich.
Now, when we first became friends, like obviously we started hanging out with each other quite a bit. What was the first thing you noticed about like how we operated, and how did that kind of change like what you did with your lifestyle and your business and your brand?
One thing that I noticed about you guys is you guys operated at like a very, very high level. But also too, like you guys operated at a high level, but also like knew how to just, take time to like relax and like hang out. So I noticed that you guys had like a very balanced lifestyle, which is something that, I thought was pretty cool. Like you guys are crushing it in business, but at the same time, you guys are always down to like go grab dinner, go grab lunch. We always like, we're able to chill out, and, but at the same time, like when you guys like work, like you guys like work.
Yeah.
So that was something that I noticed about
I think at the time we met, I was doing like 8, 9 sales calls a day. Like I would show you guys my calendar from like 12 to 8 p.m. just on calls. But when we were like, yo, let's go to Chinatown for dinner or something, like we would always go, even though after that I was hella busy.
Yeah. And then how would you say your mindset kind of shifted from like your previous circle to hanging around us and like all of our other boys?
I would say it shifted in that it's crazy. I was thinking about this the other day because we were like chatting at one point. We were talking about houses or something like that. Like, oh, like what's your dream house? And I like said some house in like Hinsdale or something like that. And you specifically, you were like, you gotta think bigger, man. I literally remember this. I don't know why. I think it was like maybe like a year after we met. I was like, I don't even think you meant any harm by it, but it was just like, you just gotta think bigger.
What was it, like $1 million house or something?
It's something like that.
Yeah, we gotta look at the $50 million.
Yeah, I was like, oh shit. Well,
we can't settle out here.
So then, yeah, it was just like that, and like, yeah, just like thinking a little bit bigger, and just working harder. There's always room to like work harder,
No, that's definitely true. The biggest thing is just like the people that you talk to every single day, they're gonna level up your mindset and change the way that you view the entire world.
Yeah.
So like when I was in college, surrounded by all these people making like, or expecting to make 60, 70K fresh out of college, and them seeing that as like a good thing, they can't even imagine like somebody making $1 million a year spending like $2 million on a house because they think it's absurd, or driving a $400,000 car. So like when you talk to other people that actually are doing what you want to do, or that are making like $100,000 a month, it really like forces you to think outside the box and level up, because you're like, holy shit, it's possible, it's real, and it's attainable because you're around somebody who's actually doing it. And then naturally just seeing their actions, it rubs off on you too.
Yeah, because like, dude, I'll even say this, like, I know everyone's benchmark nowadays is to hit that like 10K a month like goal. And then hanging out with you guys, we would just be at like Hot Pot eating dinner, and then Renzo or like you would pull up your phone like, oh, $3,000 invoice. I'm like, that's insane, And it's just like, I've been hanging out with you guys for like 3 years at this point. It's like I'm used to it now, but like, other people will sometimes like, especially, I'll see your guys' followings in the comment section and be like, what? Like, that's insane. But, it's just, again, it just goes back to like the thinking bigger and just a shift in mindset.
100%.
Yeah. So
now, I know a lot of people, they're probably watching this and they're like, how the hell did you grow from like 900 followers to over 200,000 on social media? So why don't you talk a little bit about what your strategy was and how you had rapid growth, because your growth was actually extremely quick. And the other cool thing about like your personal brand is like you get invited to a lot of cool stuff. People in the city know you because your content gets pushed out to Chicago. So obviously Renzo and I get recognized a bunch, but Dean does too because he's one of the biggest realtors in the city. And then even like Lollapalooza, you got free tickets. NASCAR, we got free garage and pit tickets. Those were a couple $1,000s. And it all just contributed to like the social media growth, the personal brand. So how'd you kind of build your brand, and how'd you speed up that entire process so that other people could kind of like follow that similar process? Yeah,
honestly, it was like literally as soon as like there was some traction with the first apartment tour that I filmed with Renzo, I got like 20,000 views or like 50,000 views over a night, and I was like, oh, this is like pretty decent. So then as soon as I saw that, I just like was like, all right, well, I'll just film a shit ton of those, and then I'll film so many, because like at the time, like because I started, other people were trying to do the same sort of like content, but then my mindset was, I'm gonna make so many of these videos, people are gonna be like, I don't even want to post any more videos, because like they're just either not gonna be as good as his, or as he's already posted so many, like he probably already like claimed that sort of style video, at least for Chicago, because it was done in other cities, but no one really did it in Chicago. And so, my mindset was just literally like screw every other realtor. I'm going to make this my thing, and no one can compete.
Yeah, and just for some specific advice, I remember there was like a couple tactical things that I gave you to blow up.
Yeah.
What would you say are like the big things that like anybody could take away to tangibly blow up?
Yeah, so with my videos, it was very, and like, you know, the advice that like you guys have given me, it's, you know, especially for short form, because that's what I primarily post on. It's like, focus on the first, 3 to 5 seconds, make that super strong. You know, it comes down to little details into like, what's in the background, and then like also even the captions thing, like just how you like where you place the captions. You only use like 2 to 3 words per like slide or whatever, cutting out dead space, cutting out and just making it very, like literally making it a brain rot video.
Yeah, dopamine optimized.
Yeah.
And I remember like your big explosion. Like you were getting like a couple millions here or there, but the big thing happened when you switched from using you were borrowing my Canon R6 at the time, like my $3,000 camera all the time, and then you switched to just like straight iPhone, and TikTok captions were just black borders, and that's when you really went crazy. Like, why do you think that happened in terms of just like lowering the quality of the equipment?
Well, number one, me asking to borrow your camera every time and coming with me on tours.
I'm like,
funny story,
dude. Bro was holding my camera with the strap, like it was just dangling. I'm like, dude, if you break this, you owe me $3,000.
Yeah, funny story about that too. I asked Renzo to come with me to like borrow his camera, but also at the same time I wanted to go with someone because like if I walked into someone's weird apartment and they were like trying to kill me, like at least Renzo could maybe fight them off or something. But there was one apartment tour that we filmed in Gold Coast, and I lost my fucking key. And we were looking for like an hour, and we eventually found it after like a week. But anyway, so I mean, just stopping with like the super professional camera. Number one, I just almost way too high quality for like TikTok and Instagram. And when people see it's like way too high quality, people don't really want to watch it because they want to see almost something that they can relate to. Like everyone has an iPhone, so you can kind of recognize, how that looks like and the quality of that. And so, I was just able to, I guess, figure out how to, do it on my own, number one, and also be super efficient with how I like do the whole process on my own too. Because again, like Renzo can't be with me on every fucking video that I film.
I did it for like the first couple, and then after a while I was like, bro could do this by himself. I don't need to be here.
But he gave me like, what equipment I should like buy and invest in. So like I bought like Rode mics, and then after that I bought like DJI mics, and then
might have broke the DJI mics, had to go back to Rode.
And I just was able to just figure it out on my own. And then once I was able to do it on my own, then I could film like 3 videos in a day, which is great because again, like I could just post so many videos, and like people just would not want to keep up.
Now, what does the clout give you now? Like, first of all, how many followers do you have again on all platforms?
Probably like over 400,000 between YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok.
And you got like a special occasion where all your content is basically about Chicago. So like most likely if you walk outside the street, somebody has at least seen your video. So what type of clout has that given you? Just like knowing that people know you.
So every time, like for example, I went to like Equinox the other day, and this like lady was asking me like, what do you do for work and stuff like that. And I was like, oh, I do real estate, and then I also do social media. And then every time I like say that, they're like, oh, like what kind of videos do you make? Have you ever seen the how much do you pay for rent videos? They're like, shut up. What? And they're freaking out. I'm like, yeah, it's me. And they're like, I love those videos. They go crazy. And so, and then like someone in the background's like, you're that guy.
That's happened here too, so many times in the hot tub.
Yeah. So it's cool that like I feel a majority of Chicago has seen those videos because it's only like my Chicago's only like content based, and like everyone is so nosy in the city, I feel like, and so like the how much do you pay for rent videos here, at least everyone has seen.
Right.
Even though like I'm not in my videos a whole lot, they definitely know.
To put this in perspective, he starts off the video like point of view, like him filming the other person, saying like, "How much do you pay for rent in Chicago?" So a couple of videos, Dean tried putting himself in the video.
Yeah,
Didn't do that well.
flop. I was like going back to the old way, not doing that anymore.
So Dean's kind of like low-key famous. Like everybody's seen his videos, but not everybody knows like he made those videos.
Yeah, like I'm not no Alex Earl here. Like I can't just be
Soon.
walking around the street and like be surrounded by people. But as soon as people were like, "Oh, you made the how much do you pay for rent videos?" I'm like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Oh, it's so sick." But then yeah, too, it's like nice because like my content is only Chicago based, so then I'll get invited to cool events like Ibby mentioned, like Lala we went to, the NASCAR event that we went to. What else did we go to? I
Bunch of restaurant stuff.
Bunch of restaurants. I'll film, stuff like that. I got invited to like the Chicago Fire, the Chicago Cubs game. That was cool because we all went to that game, and
And how much
got to
would
see
all of
Wrigley.
this be if you paid for it by yourself?
I don't know, but easily a couple grand.
Yeah.
Good, maybe like around 10 for sure. I mean, it was especially like NASCAR was easily already like 3.
100%. How do your friends feel about all the social media stuff and the content, posting videos?
They think it's cool. They're not surprised by it because I've always tried like social media stuff in college and things like that. But now they almost like use me as a flex to their other friends. Like, yeah, that's like Dean. Like he has like a couple 100,000 followers on Instagram because they've been friends with me since when I was a freshman in high school, freshman in college. Mm-hmm. So yeah, they're pretty proud of me, and it's cool because they've seen me like grind and stuff like that. So yeah, they're just as proud as like you guys are and like I am. So it's pretty sweet. So yeah.
Yeah, no, it's a good feeling. Now,
And that's what I love about our friend group too in Chicago. It's like we all flex each other low key, but like we all carry our weight and have good brands. So when we like show each other, hanging out with each other, we all like add to each other.
That's 100% true.
I love you, bro.
That walk did something to you.
Not gonna say it back.
Say it back.
Say it back, bro. I'm waiting.
Love you too, bro.
Dude's
Shut up.
a little shy.
Shut
Come
up,
on,
bro.
bro.
Love's a strong word though.
Love you too, bro. Shut up.
Yeah. So obviously you did this all successfully. You leveled up really quick, built a personal brand, got in with the right people. What do you think some of the biggest mistakes people make when they're trying to like get in with the right people, improve their circle? We can start with that, and then we can get into biggest mistakes in regards to building a personal brand.
I think people, they just approach it in a way that they're trying to get something out of it when it should be like the opposite sort of mindset. You should be, if you're going to reach out to someone that is, quote unquote, like a higher level than you, then you should approach it from a way of how you can provide value to them first.
So what value did you provide me, bro?
Honestly, I had Asian friends, and so that was my
That was
value.
ultimate value. Although all his Asian friends were cucked, so
Renzo had
technically
zero
that was
value.
an overpromise, underdeliver.
But Renzo had a problem. I had the solution. You got to bridge the gap.
and honestly, I don't think I made any Asian friends off of Dean.
Except me.
But hey, Dean's my best friend now, so at least I
Yeah.
got an Asian friend over here. How many videos did it take you to get your first viral video? Because you've been posting for a fat minute on
Yeah.
TikTok and Instagram.
I know it was with Jordan. It was probably like maybe 10 videos. The reason why like it blew up so quick too is because again it wasn't like a concept that was like brand new. I knew that this concept was successful in New York, and that's basically what I modeled my videos after, but no one was doing it in Chicago, so I knew it was going to pick up steam here, especially since there was no creators here like doing that, and so like there was just a need for it.
But even before the tour videos, right? You were posting like vlogs and other random videos, a little bit of Alex Hormozi talking head videos, right?
Yeah.
So what mistakes did you make along the way until you finally figured it out?
I think for those, it was really just like all the tiny nuances that go into making a very successful short form video, or just like video in general. Like again, the hook and how you word it is very important. If it's a talking head video, just like what your facial expressions look like, things like that, all that. So yeah, I just was literally just making random videos and pulling things out of thin air, and obviously I was just at that point I was just like posting so much so I could at least figure out what kind of worked. So if I noticed that a video got a few hundred or 1,000 more views more than like my previous one. Like maybe there was something there that I did better than the last one, just figuring out what that was, and then just trying to formulate it to make one, video that, at least getting it as close to a viral video as possible.
Gotcha. And like you talk a lot about the hook, so I notice in your videos you always say like, in a particular way, like, can I have a tour of your apartment?
Yeah.
Is there a reason like you drag out that R, or is that just like natural and then
I don't
just
even
blew
know.
up?
I just think I have a speech impediment or something.
Can I have a tour?
Yeah. I don't know. I think
It's kind of just how we talk in general.
That's just how I talk, I guess. But
You wanna hang out today?
But when you guys made fun
Are you
of me,
trying to like act like you're unsure? Like, can I have a tour of your
I don't know,
apartment?
maybe. I think because
It
you
works,
guys
though.
made fun of me for it, I was like, you know what? I think I'm on something here. I'm gonna start using that as like my like line. So then I just stuck with it.
We gotta make a T-shirt.
Gotta make it
Tour with a bunch
like
of
7
artists.
R's.
Yeah, that would be funny. So obviously you got a massive personal brand. You're crushing the real estate game. Probably one of the biggest luxury realtors in Chicago, I'd say.
Yeah.
What would you say is next for you?
Right now, probably just building out a team for like the leasing side of things, and so that way I can like free up more time to like make more content. But also too, like I really want to get into like the YouTube game and building up that side of things, and so getting more into like long form content, working with bigger brands, and like honestly, I just really want to be the Chicago go-to guy, not just for apartments, but also just for like advice for navigating the city. So like I've been here since 2015. I went to UIC for school and stuff like that. So I feel like I've gotten my way around, and like I know the ins and outs. Obviously I don't know everything, but I feel like I know a good amount in terms of like for people that are moving from out of state or just like need general like advice on how to navigate the city and stuff like that. I can offer that. Show them like go-to spots and stuff, and then probably get into sales, because I mean the leasing's cool, but sales within real estate, especially in Chicago, I think that's where all the big money's headed. And then just taking all that earned income, figuring out ways to multiply it. I'll probably end up doing like some sort of real estate investing, so either fixing and flipping, something like that. And then just continue to build and scale up the personal brand.
Makes sense, brother. Now, obviously everything you've done, we don't really tell you this enough, but as an entrepreneur is extremely remarkable and very impressive. And it's something that I'm sure a lot of people look up to and want to emulate and do something similar to. And obviously it wasn't always easy. It wasn't always like perfect like it is right now. And I'm sure it still gets hard at times. But what would you say to the younger version of yourself who was down bad, depressed, didn't have the best circle, didn't have the best influences around him, and was heartbroken, trying to get over a breakup and trying to just figure his life out? What would you say to that kid today?
Well, probably starting with the breakup part, just being like, just talking to him and be like, bro, you're being a little bitch. It's all right. Yeah, it's your first like true heartbreak, but it's so cliche, but it takes time, and you'll get through it, and you'll come out a better man outside of that. But also too, just like keep going, keep sticking with it. It's only a matter of time before all that hard work meets luck. Because I feel like with luck, it's manufactured almost. So the more that you stick with it, it's only a matter of time before you have your big breakthrough. And that's pretty much that. I mean, it will get better. You'll eventually meet the people that you're supposed to meet. Also, at the same time, the people that leave your life were never meant to be in your life to begin with.
It's very true.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
What are you laughing at, Renzo?
Nothing.
Obviously, you talked about meeting the right people, and you met Renzo and I at the perfect time, and I think it was mutually beneficial because I finally found a good, genuine connection in Chicago. Same with Renzo. I can speak for the both of us, and we've been best friends ever since. Now, I'm not trying to toot my own horn or Renzo's, but obviously once we became friends, things really 10x for you. What would you say were like the biggest turning points or like the biggest things that you've learned from either myself or Renzo or both?
Nothing. I'm kidding. I can't think of one single thing. I don't know. Like Renzo taught me a lot with like social media, different tactics with that. And then with you, I think for you, like a lot of like mindset stuff, I think. Pretty much that.
Hey, bro, don't forget the UVC method I taught you.
Oh, the UVC with
that's the best kept
the
secret.
girlfriend stuff? Yeah, that was also.
Okay, so you said me, social media, it'd be mindset. So give like one specific. Well, I guess we already talked about social media stuff with me. So what's like a mindset thing Ibby taught you?
Make me nervous.
Okay, let's rephrase the question. What's
Yeah.
like something that I do and something Ibby does that you took away for yourself?
You have like a very structured routine day. And so
Ironic
like,
for somebody that wakes up at 2 p.m., right? No,
even
I'm
though
just-
you wake up at 2 p.m., it's like very structured and like, you know, it's gotten to a point where our morning routines are very similar. And a lot of that I, you know, like took away from you. So there's that. And then with Ibby, I don't know, I feel like me and Ibby just like have a lot of like heart-to-heart conversations. It's like hard to like think of any off the top of my head right now. But we talk about everything from like relationship stuff with like family, relationship stuff with like girls that I, you know, maybe like talking to and stuff like that. Him giving me, you know, like advice on like when I was, you know, going through my little hoe phase, you know, making sure that I wasn't getting in any trouble and stuff like that. Also too, like with Ibby, he's just very, as I don't even know if this answers the question, but I will say this now. So like, I feel like with Ibby, he comes off as a very tough-nosed, hard-nosed guy in social media. But with Ibby, he's actually a very soft-spoken guy.
Do you think so?
You're 100%.
Shut the fuck up, bro. Just kidding.
Well, that's a good point though. Like, how are we different from social media
From
to in
social media?
person?
So, okay, so with Renzo is very like, on social media, he's very like out there. Sometimes he's saying like controversial stuff and things like that. But like when the cameras are off and it's just like us chilling, he's actually very like quiet,
Yeah.
very to himself. And he doesn't Renzo will open up to like me and Ibby, but like to other people, he's very, very like reserved.
There's a
and
reason for that,
yeah,
but
and
yeah.
won't open up to a lot of people. And with Ibby's like flashy. He's got the freaking McLaren out there, riding in a helicopter, looking at, like very flashy lifestyle. And but I mean, he's not like all about that in real life. Not that that's a bad thing, but he, you know, he could care less about that stuff. Like I was driving a shitty car and like all he cared about was just like making a genuine, you know, connection. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much like how you guys are off camera and on camera.
So I would say like for me, big difference is like I use social media to make money. So like whatever gets me the views, the money, the leads, like I'm gonna play into that, you know. But for Ibby, like what do you think is like the difference between flashy versus soft spoken?
I don't know. I've noticed that too, though. Like a lot of people that meet me for the first time that only know me from social media, guys and girls, they'll be like, "Oh, I thought you were gonna be like such a hard ass, like very like."
Oh yeah,
like,
yeah.
Like strict, like locked in all the time. But I'm actually like mad chill.
Unless we're at like a restaurant or something like that.
Like I fuck around so much. I joke around so much.
Yeah.
But like people on social media never see that stuff. Like maybe I should throw a little bit more of that in there, but it's just like hasn't been my brand for the longest time. I've kind of just been like I am super disciplined, I am super hardworking, but like I'm only like that with like 5 people, and I only hang out with 5 people. So like the people that I actually chill with all know that.
Yeah.
And then like if I'm around people that like don't really know me like that, I kind of just like I'm just chill, laid back.
Yeah.
But like around
Ibby's
my boys,
actually the
like,
freaking goof, like
I will fuck around
he's
so
the
much with my
goofiest
boys.
guy. But when it comes to business, he doesn't fuck around.
Oh yeah, that's the other thing.
And like also too, like yeah, like we're driving in the car, like on the way to Indiana, and we're just like singing a song. I think it's like freaking Galantis or something, like some like 7 Lions. Like if he's like singing his heart out, and then he gets a call from his media buyer, and he's like, "What's up? Yeah, I'll send the invoice. Yeah, sorry about that." And then like hangs up, and then he's like, "So Russia." I'm like, "What? You were just on a business call." It's so
Yeah, I'm
cool.
sure Renzo can speak on that too. Like I fuck around so much for
Yeah.
my boys, but when we're in a meeting, super locked in, super disciplined. Don't like mess around too much. Like I'll like have fun and like catch up with everybody, but like it's not anywhere near as goofy I am as with my boys.
Dude,
Yeah.
please tell me you have a video of that.
so funny.
Something to like clip
It was
something in.
hilarious, bro.
It was so funny. All right, now I got a question for you guys. So like we've obviously been friends for like 3 years. You know, we've had friends, you know, in Chicago that have like come into our lives, you know, they're there for like 6 months, a year, and then like they move on. So like why do you think we've been been able to be like friends for so long and like hopefully like for like ever, but like up to this point.
I'll let Ibby speak first. I got a different
curious.
answer.
Yeah, that's a really good question. I would say because I can genuinely and sincerely say that you actually give a fuck. Like, not just about me, about Renzo, about like how I'm feeling, what I go through, my mental status. And just to elaborate on this further, like a lot of people that know me or that like follow me on social media, they think that like everything's perfect and like I have no problems and that like I'm living the ideal or dream life. Don't get me wrong, I'm grateful for everything and a lot of things are super good and I'm blessed that I have this life, but at the same time, like I experienced a lot of shit. I don't want to get into like everything, but like just personally, mentally, emotionally, with like relationships, family, everything that like a human could go through, I still go through. And the one person that will always call me and always check in on me, regardless, like you don't even have to know that something's wrong. It'll just be a matter of like not talking to each other for like 2 days.
Yeah.
It'll be like, hey bro, just wanted to like see how you're doing. Let's get dinner and just like catch up. And you could also, same for Renzo, like you could sense when something's wrong. For example, like the other week, something happened. I'm not gonna get into any details. But like I woke up in the morning and like I was just like super quiet because like when I'm like sad or upset about something, I just like don't really say anything.
Yeah.
And like Renzo, he didn't say anything at the time because he just didn't want to poke at it. But like after a few hours, like once I cheered up, he was like, hey, I noticed you were like off earlier. Like, is everything okay? And like there's very few people that could actually read me like that and like understand like when something's wrong and also kind of break through and get to like the root of the problem. And you and Renzo are definitely like probably my only 2 friends in Chicago that could actually do that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I think that's why we've been extremely close over the past 3 years and for the rest of our lives, I'm sure.
Yeah. I would say like our first couple years, we really gelled off with just like having fun. Like you're funny as fuck. I got like my own sense of humor, so we'd always like bounce around different jokes. I think like our relationship got deeper. I'd probably say like last summer, without getting into too much details, traumatic experience, got snaked on. Didn't really have a lot of friends last summer, let's just say that. But Dean was like one of the few people that actually like gave a fuck to reach out, check how I was doing, make it a priority to want to hang out with me still. So that kind of showed me like the loyalty that I realized like I really look for in a friendship.
Yeah. I got you.
So yeah, I would say like now I'm a little bit more closed off in terms of like trusting other people, but like when I see someone's like super loyal, like that's when I put my trust in them.
That's the other thing, kind of based off what like Renzo said. Like money will get you a lot of things, but something money will never buy you is loyalty. Like you just need good, genuine people around you, and it's very hard to find that. So once you do find that person, like keep them close. Don't ever snake them. Don't ever do them dirty. If somebody gives a fuck to check on you every single day, they could read you even when you're like extremely hard to read. Those aren't people that you ever want to lose because it's very hard to come by those people and like really establish those concrete relationships.
Yeah. Like, do you guys still hang out with like any friends from high school or college or anything?
No, I don't.
No? Not at all?
No.
Damn. But you have like a handful, right?
I mean, I had a bunch of friends in high school, and then college, I was only close with like 5-10 people because of COVID.
Yeah.
But college, I still hang out with like 2, but they're in like med school now, so I don't really see them as often because they don't live in Chicago. And then high school, honestly, like maybe 1 kid.
Was it Musa? What's Musa?
Oh, he's a family friend.
Oh, so you didn't go to high school, did you?
Nah, but we're still boys too.
Shout out Musa, man.
Yeah, you made the pod, bro.
It's fun, bro. I'm gonna have him on the
Musa's
pod.
a goat.
You? Hang out with like high school or college friends or anything?
I have like 2 high school friends that supported me like when I first started. So
The
anybody
ones
that supported me like way back when I was basically nothing,
Yeah.
like I'll definitely fuck with you. And then college, I probably hang out with like 3 to 5. I think it's just because like I moved to Chicago from Virginia. Nobody moved to Chicago from my hometown or from University of Virginia where I went to college. So it's just kind of like that distance eventually separates you. So, and there just wasn't a lot of entrepreneurs in college, to be honest. So
Yeah.
there's just not as much things to talk about with people from my past, I guess.
Makes sense. Yeah, I mean, even me sometimes, like when I see my college friends or, sometimes friends from high school, I'll have to think extra. Whereas you guys, I don't have to think much about like stuff to talk about. Because like we can talk about like literally anything, like business, girls,
Yeah, like what we
whatever.
talked about on our walk today.
What we talked about on our walk
What we
today.
talked about on
That
our
was a
walk today.
legendary conversation. I would never make it.
Yo, what questions were you asking on the walk today, bro?
Shit was
Tell the
getting
people.
spicy, bro.
Tell the people.
Spicy.
This guy just wants to know everything about me, man. He's like, what happens behind closed doors? I don't know.
Let's just say Ibby's
Yeah.
a leader on and off business. How about that?
There we go. It takes charge.
I trip, bro. I don't know what you're talking about.
What's your guys' favorite thing about living in Chicago?
I would say just living in a city. Like, it's always been a dream of mine to live in a big city, and I finally get the chance to do that. Like, ever since I was in middle school, I just, like, imagined me living in a high-rise and, like, having this crazy penthouse on top of the world. And now I live in, like, one of the tallest buildings in the city on, like, one of the highest floors, have an insane view, crazy building, and all my boys are within, like, 2 miles of me. And it's just cool because, like, if I ever want to see any of my boys, like, hang out with any friends, I could be like, yo, let's do something. Within like 10 minutes, we could all just link up. And then all my friends in the city, like I don't think I have any friends that work a 9 to 5. So all my friends are entrepreneurs. All my friends own their own business and they're all extremely successful. They have a ton of money. So we all just like go out, we hang out whenever. We go out to dinner damn near every single day. We spend it back. We don't think twice. And it's just cool that I have like such an amazing network in an amazing city like Chicago.
I'd say for me, I think just the skyline sold me. Like I remember just like one of the first times we flew out to Chicago, touring a bunch of different apartments. I was like looking at the view and I'm like, damn, this is a beautiful ass city. Mm. But now that I've lived here for 3 years, I would probably say, even though people hate on Chicago winters, like I do like having 8-9 months of the year you really just can't go outside, so you're just locked in and focused. And then like 3-4 months you could actually enjoy the fruits of your labor and just have a bunch of fun. Go on yachts, go on jet skis, go out to a bunch of nice dinners, and then, yeah, you basically have like 3 to 4 months of play, and then back to locking in around like October-ish.
No, it's sick because we also have a lake here. I've been on a yacht every single weekend, like 2-3 times a week, and we'll go jet skiing, yachting, and it's just beautiful weather. And then you have the city right behind you too. So.
Don't have the restaurant opening up. We're taking that over.
Yup, we got the best of both worlds, and
sick.
yeah, we run this damn town.
Have you guys ever had like a imposter syndrome?
Honestly, no.
No. Renzo just knew he was gonna be.
I think for me,
rich
bro,
and
like
famous.
okay, I know there's like the corny ass quote, "I'm him," but like I genuinely think that, even though I'm like a quiet, reserved guy, like I firmly believe like I'm the shit.
When did you have that? When did you develop that mindset?
I think just like basketball.
Yeah.
When I grew up, like I always wanted to be like Kobe Bryant, be the fucking best player in the world, and I just took that same thing into business. And then me and Avery probably have different things about this, but like we talked about structured morning routine. Like I put in the work like every day, first thing in the morning. Yeah. With like my speaking, my copywriting, like all my business skills. So I know like if I need to film a video or if I need to film a TikTok or a YouTube video, whatever it is, like I know I'm gonna make that shit good because I put in the work to do so.
Yeah, makes sense.
So it's more like I outworked my imposter syndrome.
Yeah. Damn. Never, not one time.
No?
Have you?
For me, I mean, I've always been pretty confident, and same thing. Like I could back up anything I say, and we have the credentials to do so. But when I first started like blowing up on social media, and like I started networking with like people that I looked up to and talking to them, I had a little bit of imposter syndrome because I was like, damn, like this is crazy. Like I never thought I'd be here like so quick. I always knew I would be there, but like maybe not at like such a young age. And then also just like getting invited on like podcasts or like. These are podcasts that I used to listen to or podcasts that I used to watch, and I'm like, damn, it's crazy. Like, I'm finally, like, leveling up to that level. Mm-hmm. But I think the more that you're exposed to that stuff, the more natural it feels. And I've been exposed to it a bunch over the past few years. So it's pretty natural now. And then, yeah, I think also just getting recognized in the city. The first few times it was like, what the fuck? Like, this is crazy.
Like, oh my God, this guy recognized me.
That was straight up, bro.
I got recognized 7 times.
Tap on the shoulder, you hear that? I'm like, yeah, I heard it, Ibby.
It was like, no, but it happens a decent bit, bro.
It does happen to you.
Yeah. Like sometimes we'll just be out to eat. Sometimes we'll be out, like just walking down the street. People will be like, Ibrahim, sorry. And, like the first few times I was like, bro, this is crazy. Like, what the fuck?
Pretty cool.
Yeah. But then, like, I don't know, it just becomes kind of normal. But it's still a good feeling. Kind of just motivates you and pushes you. Yeah. Because you, like, realize your impact. Like, you're just, like, for example, we were at Bar LaRue. and this random dude comes up because we're eating on the patio, and he's like, Ibrahim, Ansari, I watch your YouTube videos. And I was like, thanks, bro. Like, I don't even post that much on YouTube.
That was wild. I was like, you have like 5 videos on there.
But yeah, cool stuff like that. It's cool to see.
I think for me too, it was like when I first got recognized, I was like, really?
Me?
You see my video?
I'm just little old Dean.
I was like in the lobby of an apartment building. He's like, you're Dean. I was like, I am. That was funny.
Dude, first time I got recognized was at Tao, and I had 3,000 followers on TikTok at the time.
That's
Really?
crazy, bro.
He's like, bro, I seen your TikTok videos. I'm like, dude, I don't even have that many followers. He's like, yeah, the sales call videos. I'm like, oh shit. Okay, so we got some proof of concept here.
Yeah.
I got recognized at Tao this past weekend.
Did you?
Nice.
I wish I didn't, though. I should have been there.
Oh yeah, your weekend at Tao was crazy.
It is what it
Your weekend
is.
at Tao was crazy.
Yeah.
I think the other thing about imposter syndrome, though, I feel like for me and Ibby, we always think so far ahead into the future of like wanting to hit 1 million a month, and like this isn't good enough that like when we think of our 100K a month and our followers now, it's like we know we could be so much better that we don't really feel bad of where we're at, or we don't feel like we don't deserve this. If anything, we feel like we deserve more than what we got.
Makes
100%.
sense.
Yeah.
Makes sense. If someone random were to look at our group chat or the messages that we send each other on Instagram, how do you think people would judge us?
Oh, we'd be canceled fast as fuck, bro. We'd be thrown in jail.
Dude, I think low-key I'd be good because I don't even text you
Would be
guys
good.
if I'm gonna be real. But you guys,
We'd be canceled,
Probably go
bro.
Send each other
crazy.
the craziest reels.
Yeah, we're going straight to Alcatraz.
hey, if TJR can make his TikTok videos, I think y'all are straight. Unless it's worse.
How was getting your first 10,000 steps in today, AB?
It was good, bro. You know, I normally don't walk, but you're in an average environment, and these guys fucking walk every day.
Dude, there was one day if he had 60 steps. Do you know how hard that is?
That's like to the bathroom and back.
In my defense, I was sick as fuck, okay? So, the only time I got up was to use the bathroom, go back to sleep, use the bathroom, get water, go back to sleep. And that was my day. It doesn't happen often.
We gotta get you into that routine. And no more burgers for lunch.
Nah,
no more
bro.
Firefly.
Firefly's
Firefly
fire.
for
I might just
breakfast.
order that right now.
Kava for breakfast, $40 bowl for breakfast.
Every morning?
Probably $40 bowl for no. Your order's $60 for Kava, $40 for.
I spend $1,200
burgers.
a month just on breakfast.
$1,200 a month on breakfast?
Jesus Christ, what breakfast are you
It's a
eating?
gourmet breakfast.
Kava, it's $40 a day. Isn't that?
Damn.
Unless my math isn't mathing.
Nah, it's mathing. 40
that-
times 30,
But he gets
1,200.
all the meats.
40 times 30. Yeah, 1,200 just on breakfast. It doesn't include lunch and dinner, bro. At lunch, my lunch today was 110.
Your lunch was 110?
It's because I went out.
You got 2 sides?
Because I went out.
Oh shit.
My little walk.
So what's your total tab?
I paid for 2.
What's your total tab for food every month?
You guys are just going to think I'm stupid, bro.
Was it like 5 bands?
At least.
Holy shit.
Probably just hire a
Shit
personal
balls.
chef at that
Yeah,
point.
honestly.
At
Jesus.
least.
Remember you guys used to eat factor meals every day? You guys thought
Yeah,
we
but
did
that
that
was
for like
so
3
gross.
weeks.
That was
I
so
honestly
gross.
liked it, but our accountant told us to stop. He's like, just go to Chipotle instead.
I
So
think
we,
Ibby would
we
be
got rid of
saving
it.
money if you just kept with
Oh,
the
no, I
factor.
just looked. It's like $3,500. But that's just on like Uber
Well, that's like
Eats.
$100 a day.
Yeah, which makes sense. But that doesn't include going out to eat. But I go out to eat like probably 5 times a week too.
Yeah.
Like even for lunch today, I went to that place down the street, which is pretty
Yeah.
expensive. I went to I got fettuccine alfredo and then a steak.
For lunch?
Good.
You're a big boy.
I had to impress the hush.
You're a big
I'm
boy.
just kidding. Cut that out.
Yo, real question. Who's the strongest out of us 3?
Probably me. Actually,
I mean, who weighs the most?
Renzo can
I weigh less than you now.
Renzo can
Okay.
way to pull up like 3 plates, which is
Like,
but don't include that part, which is crazy.
it's like 115 pounds. I
That's-
think you're the best at chest. You do like, I forgot.
Like 95 for like.
Oh, bright girls, bro.
If he's got the biggest biceps, hand down.
Oh, true.
He's looking pretty beefy in the elevator mirror.
Girls for
Yeah,
sure. Yeah.
Looking pretty beefy in the mirror.
Chat, let us know. Take a guess in the comments.
Yeah,
How
comment
much
down
does
below how
Ibby
much you
weigh?
think Ibby weighs.
Put it in perspective. I weigh like 160. Dean weighs around 162, 160.
I think after today I'll be 167. We got Nutella, steak. What else did we
Hey, we got like 13,000 steps in though.
I had some Renzo's apple pie. I had 2 Cokes. Man, I
I got cream soda with 50 grams of sugar right now.
I've been
That's
sipping
going
on this
crazy.
Coca-Cola for the whole episode. It's got 42 grams of sugar. That's good.
That's hilarious.
I'm gonna be up all night.
All right, guys. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. That concludes episode 3 of the Founders Club podcast. If you want to check out Dean, his socials are at
Dean Chicago on TikTok, Dean Chicago Living on Instagram,
Homie's trying to get into YouTube. What's YouTube?
and Dean Chicago Living on YouTube.
And yeah, with that being said, hopefully this podcast episode motivated you to break out of your comfort zone and surround yourself with like-minded people, because it could really change your life. As you saw with Dean, going from like less than 1,000 followers to a couple 100,000 followers and building a massive personal brand and becoming one of the top real estate guys in the whole entire city of Chicago. That all happened because he broke out of his comfort zone and put himself in a position that he wanted to be in and surrounded himself with like-minded people. Now, if you are watching this right now and you're like, how do I even get started? You should check out the link in the description. Right down below, we will have the Founders Club group with over 57,000 hustlers and entrepreneurs that you can network with. And it's one of the best places to build out a good social circle and get your foot in the door with the right people and in the right place. So with that being said, that concludes the episode, and we will see you in the next one. Peace.